Laid 2 eggs this morning. So I will be teaching you tips and tricks to help a chicken lay its eggs. Okay, so I'm walking up to the coop now. And here's one thing. So your chickens mostly lay eggs on mornings. So, yeah. So what you need to do is unlock the cage. And I just gave them some new food and some new water. So what you want to do is either right after you go to school or in the morning, give them some new food and some new water. 'Cause if they're fed every day, then they'll lay eggs. So when we didn't have this coop here, this used to be the old coop where all the chickens used to go. But I used to have 5 chickens. Now I have 3. One of them, all 2 of them died because there was a raccoon who kept getting in the cage and eating them. And, yeah. And we're not really quite sure, but we're seeing raccoon prints. So I'm pretty sure it was a raccoon. Another tip and trick is so you need a coop to do this, because you need a coop and chickens to do this because you'll get no eggs. So yeah, if you don't have a coop and chicken. So they're all in there right now. So one tip is always leave the coop door open so they can go out, get their food, get some water, go back in, and then the other ones can come out too. You okay? Whoa, wipe it out, buddy. I gotta fill it up with some more hay. But I'll do that after my homework is done. So, even nights and days and weekends. If you're going somewhere for the weekend or the off-school weeks, then always leave the door open. That's important. That's an important thing. 'Cause during the day, your chickens will come get food, get water, go back in, and then during the day, they'll have eggs. Because, they'll have eggs. In the morning they'll have eggs because they were fed enough. And I might make a video that explains how they have the eggs. Okay. But these are just tips and tricks. So, I have an egg part here that some chicks go in. I have only 2 of them, so they like to poop in there a lot, so I need your pets. That black and white one right there, her name is Cartoon. She's very shy. She doesn't really like new people or her owners, so we usually leave that one alone. But let me tell you all their names. Cartoon, Velvet, and Lily. That was her name. I forgot because her old name used to be Peacock, but my mom changed it to Lily. And it feels pretty nice getting these chickens and raising them. They're all cute and they're all nice to hug. They give you company, but here's the thing. They make a big mess. So please do not put them in your house, or else they will make a giant mess. If you don't like cleaning, which I bet you don't, but you do like a clean house. So, yeah. Okay, so I'll remind you to all the tips and tricks. So the most important, you need chickens and a chicken coop. And so let me remind you. Always keep the door open so they can get food and water. And always give them food after school. And if you don't go to, always give them clean food and clean water after school. And if you don't have a son, or or if you're not a kid, then what you need to do is feed them at 4:01, because that's the time that I get home, and my chickens still laid 2 eggs, and they just laid them today. We do not have any roosters, so there will be no chicks, sorry, but I may try to test one and incubate it and figure out. But yeah. So in another video, I'll maybe be teaching you about how chickens lay their eggs and how to set up a chicken coop. Okay, so sorry I was gone from Gotcha Life and YouTube a lot, because I had a lot of things going on, but I am finally back, and I will hit you guys with more uploads, and I'm excited for the chicks to hatch more eggs tomorrow. And yeah, so that's all the tips and tricks I have for you. And remember, if you do not like messes, then these might not be the right pet for you, unless you keep them outside. And always get a coop or something to place them in, no holes in it, because my mom had to get a coop because there was a raccoon that kept coming in and it kept eating our chickens. It ate 2 of our chickens, so now we only have 3 left. So we used to have 5. And if you're going somewhere, it does not matter. Do not worry. Always keep the door open. Your chickens will be safe. And yeah, I figure it's a good technique if you have a rooster too, because if you want any chicks, then that's good for you. Okay. Bye, my fellow donuts. See you soon. Maybe.